What is up, everybody? I am Luke from the Master Sword Valley, and welcome back to more Donkey Kong Country Returns. In the last episode, we defeated Tiki Tong and ended his reign of terror over the islands, restoring the animals to how they were and getting our precious banana horde back. In this episode, we are back to look over everything we haven't seen in the game. Starting off away from the game here is a first look at the game from E3 2010 with a nearly 2-minute long trailer showing off the gameplay. The gameplay trailer that we see at E3 2010 is practically the exact same as the base game here. There are some minor differences, like the duo and Diddy Kong's icon being cyan instead of blue like it is in the final game, and there are a few stage changes like faster cannonballs and peaceful pier and automatic blast barrels and canopy cannons, but again, the build looked practically identical to the final product. In another video during a Nintendo Game Guides video from June 2010, early gameplay footage showed an alternate title screen than we get in the final game here, with the background just being the sea instead of the sky and the clouds like we got here. A few animations remain in the file, but didn't really get put into the final game, at least from what I saw. There's one animation of Tutorial Pig, known as Professor Chops in the HD version, which I love that name. He's waving a checkered flag and pointing to the right as if indicating for a race to happen. This, I can only conclude, is like what the start of something we'll get into later in this video. There's a couple others, one of being like the Kongs doing things, I guess, and a balloon breaking free of its mount. All I can assume from that was that you would break off the balloon to like go down, or it's like what happens when you like take out a tiki on a balloon or something. But we never see them in the final game. In the game disc, there's a rumored 4-player mode of this game, similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii, but these are just rumors though. No visual data exists that I could find, as it's believed to be under copyright of Rare themselves and not Retro Studios, who made this game. Now, for real, jumping back into the main game here, we've unlocked quite a bit of extras in the game here. First off, we have a bunch of new images here. Let me make sure I can find these here. Because I will admit that I did go and look at all of these after we defeated Tiki Tong, planning to put this at the end of the bonus video last time, but now I can't remember which ones. Which ones are what? I know of 2 right here. For defeating Tiki Tong, we get this picture of the tower and concept art of Tiki Tong himself here. We also have unlocked a bonus gallery from completing the game right here with a bunch of pictures here. Obviously, we have Rambi with that little bird. That's kind of cute. We have a beach bridge. Looks very lovely here. And I'm just gonna go through all these here. I don't know what is up with that eel fight there. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to a past game, but it's not in this game, obviously. We got this one, which reminds me of Maple, the one track in Mario Kart Wii where where you're going through that autumny, like driving on trees and everything. It's really pretty. There's a Boptopotamus. There's that, which reminds me of Endor in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Now that one there is also really cool. There, I like all the throwback to the old days. It's mostly the Famicom right here. If you don't know, the Famicom was the Japanese NES during the days of the Nintendo Entertainment System. I think that was the last one. Two more. Okay. So that's the bonus gallery. I believe under Kong, we don't have anything new. No, we don't. And I believe under Worlds, I think we showed this off already. I think we got that prior to before Tiki Tong. You notice there's one extra tab that is locked here. I'll explain how to get that later. Now, since we're here in music here, I do want to show that there is an unused track left over from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat known as Jingle 13. I'll go ahead and play that now. So there you go. There's like a short demo of that song there. Now we've also unlocked the volcano diorama here. Makes sense that, you know, it'd be Tiki Tongue, as he's our big bad, and there wasn't really much other memorable things. I mean, we had the charge, sure, but I don't think they would have really fit here much. But I like this one. Very, very cool. Allegedly, that unused track that I played for you, that was taken over from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, was going to be used for like these hint videos right here, which leads me to showing off what this looks like here. This is Super Kong. Super Kong will basically show you an interactive video taking you through the level right here. I don't believe he will collect any of the collectibles here. I went ahead and picked 6K here. It says this was my worst stage, the stage that I dreaded the most. And yeah, as you're seeing right here, he's basically taking over. I basically put down the controller to show this off right here. Yeah, it doesn't look like he purposely goes for all the collectibles here. He just shows you a guide for how to get through the level. But it doesn't complete the level for you. It's similar to how the Cosmic Helper Lady works in Super Mario Galaxy 2. But instead of just like taking control of Mario itself or something like that, in this case, Donkey Kong just like takes a break, lets Super Kong go through the level right here, and just kind of chills out, I suppose. You can exit by hitting plus anytime you want to go out through this, and you'll take over again. But even if you beat the stage as Super Kong, it doesn't count for a stage completion. If you want to, you know, get the puzzle piece and you want to complete the stage, that's all on you. This is why I've always denied help from Professor Chops whenever he's come up with waving his flag, is because, again, I can't keep any of these collectibles even if he did collect them. Now, as you saw, I didn't read it though. There was another warning message that basically said what it is I had already explained about how it won't count as a stage completion. But as you see, it takes care of the stage, absolutely no problem. I almost gotta wonder if this is like one of the developers spending hours on these stages to play them a second or third or however many times they needed to, just to have never be able to complete it. And I like how it shows that we have, I like how it shows that there were no orbs in there. That's interesting. Well, there was about 10 minutes of my life spent on nothing there. I was trying to boot up another controller to show off any and all things I can show off or want to show off in player 2 mode, but that didn't happen. So instead, I'm going to talk about it right here. First thing is all the issues that I was talking about in 2-player in the 3DS and HD version are as follows. This video is found on a Reddit post showing off the issue slowed down. When jumping on enemies in the Wii version, the hitbox for the enemies lingers for a few frames longer than when the enemy was first stomped on, giving the other player a brief second to also stomp on the enemy. This is especially helpful in the K stages like Platform Panic and Blast and Bounce if 2 players are going at it at the same time. In the 3DS and HD version, 1 stomp meant that was it for the enemy. So if the second player tried to jump on the enemy, they ended up just falling right through, which caused a lot of deaths. There's also an odd grabbing glitch that was also apparent in the Switch version of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. In it, when one player tries to grab something or just presses the grab button in general, it also can affect the other player in a really weird way. In this example here, Diddy Kong landed back on the platform just fine, but when Donkey Kong missed it, he tried to grab for it again, but it ended up dragging Diddy Kong both down to their deaths. Once again, it was only in the HD version and 3DS version and also the Switch version of Tropical Freeze, but in the Wii U version of Freeze and the Wii version of this game, that's not present at all. Second, Diddy Kong can send the Blox Tikis flying away instead of just Donkey Kong. I honestly find it really funny seeing Diddy Kong, just this little monkey that's half the size of Donkey Kong, beat up on these Tikis, sending them packing away back to the volcano. Because if anything, I didn't think he'd have that much strength, honestly. Thirdly, is the cutscenes that are related to Tiki Kong do actually change depending on which Kong is present. The before cutscene when seeing the bananas and first seeing Tiki Kong, and the after cutscene with the moon. I will go ahead and show those off right here and now. So no matter what, for any of these cutscenes, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong are going to be present in the final cutscene, celebrating the banana rain and the end of the Tikis once and for all. I never knew that the boss Tikis can actually attack you if you wait too long to attack them after a boss fight. But one thing I never showed was this. What happens if you are too hasty when pummeling at the boss Tiki right here? What happens is this. You do not get the chance to pummel them and only get one punch to send them away. That happens if you shake the Wii remotes or the controllers too early. Yeah, it's disappointing to say the least. So if you really want your revenge on them, don't be too hasty. Speaking of the Tikis, Crazy Kalimba, which is the name of that Tiki that I just demonstrated on. I cut calling him Kalimba, but he's actually Crazy Kalimba. Gong-O from World 3, Banjo Bottom from the World 4, and Xylobone from World 6. They have trophy descriptions in Smash 4, or just in Smash Brothers, that depict their names, basically. However, the rest of the Tiki's names were eventually confirmed by Nintendo of America leading up to the release of the HD version. So the names of these guys were hidden for so long, at least the hit names for the rest of them. As far as other little details, the DS that Donkey Kong plays while idling for too long, it actually has a front texture. The model, to me, the model always looked like an original DS, but the front-facing texture of it actually shows to be a DS Lite instead of, regular DS. Here's pretty soon here, we're gonna see the game over screen. With my track record just hoarding lives, it was almost impossible for me to see this screen here, but here it is in all of its glory right here. Just a simple game over, just continue or quit. And you start with the 4 balloons again. So technically you have 5 lives that you start with here. That's really about it for any of the beta stuff that I wanted to go over right here. If you want to know more about the development of this game, I'd recommend checking out Beta 64's video on this game, which something that I learned from that is that the company that made this game, Retro Studios, They are, if you're a Metroid fan, obviously, then you'll know who they are. But it turns out that when they pivoted to Donkey Kong Country, this was actually to try and save their company, and it did, which is, you know, awesome to hear. Back in the main game right here, after defeating Tiki Tong and sending him back in the volcano, we've unlocked a bonus world here, the Golden Temple. Now, it's a world in other versions, but it always starts at the Golden Temple right here. Let's hop in. Welcome to the Golden Temple area. We can of course leave if we decide we're not prepared for this, but I think I am right here. Up the stairs, this really nice temple here, we presented with this. The jungle, beach, ruins, cave, forest, cliff, factory, and volcano. All those orbs we collected at every Kong stage are coming together to open up the temple. In we go. Welcome to Fruit Paradise here. As much as I'm sure Donkey Kong would absolutely love this stage right here, since with all the fruits and bananas going around in the sky right here. But anyway, in this stage, we have another new enemy, or two new enemies actually. We have that there. That is a Tiki Seeker. They'll basically spawn out of some sort of realm and try and shoot you down right here. There is another new enemy that we'll see, but we'll get to them when we come across them right here. Now, this is basically your ultimate reward for collecting all the Kong letters right here is a bonus stage, obviously. But if you are playing in other versions, 3DS or HD, then you have an entire other world that you'll see here. And here's that other new enemy right here. This is Kawali. We saw a concept art of him so long ago, but now we're actually seeing it here and now. Anyways, yeah, if you're playing the other versions, then there you have an entire world that you have to beat here, not just one stage like what I have here. As much as I really wanted to try and get one of the other versions so I can play that for you here, I didn't really want to justify spending like 70 bucks on the HD version or try and locate a copy of the 3DS version. So instead, I'm just gonna go and show off gameplay footage of it because I'm gonna be here for quite a while here because I know I'm gonna die a lot. I am not familiar with this bonus stage here. So anyway, like I said, the bonus world here is very similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii U with their World 9 in that game there. Now they're basically like the worlds that we've already been through, just with one stage and having kind of their own gimmick really. World 1, the jungle, the stage is called Crushing Columns, and it's just your average like stage with cannon barrels at least. Whoa! World 2, Gushing Geysers from the beach, is basically like riding geysers, kind of like what we're in Pikmin there. Like you gotta break through the geysers to ride up and all that. Sorry, I'm still trying to get through this stage while talking as best I can. Ouch. Oh crap. World 3, the ruins, is called Spiky Surprise, and it's got timed switches that you have to hit and like scurry across basically. I didn't really see much spikes with it when I went and like watched a video about all the World 9 stages. World 4 in the cave is called Mysterious Moles, and it's a filled minecart level where you're going through, and the moles kind of act like the cannons from Peaceful Pier. shooting their, or cannon canopy as it is, shoot, like throwing bombs at you from the background. Really wish I could get a heart. I didn't really see much for World 5. It's called Topsy Turvy. It kind of reminds me of the flipping panels from Super Mario Sunshine, the Secret of the Dirty Lake there, but other than that, it didn't really stand out to me much. World 6, the cliff, is known as Tar Ball Fall, and that one's interesting. It's got giant balls of hot tar that can drop on you, and you have to time, you know, going through, you know, not getting hit by them. At first I thought they were like instant death, kind of like the lava balls that were in the volcano, but no, they're really not. I mean, if they hit you, you're practically like done for. But they don't like instantly kill you in midair. Boom. There we go. Okay, come on. Where's the other puzzle pieces? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Also, there's no checkpoints in this stage, so you gotta do everything from the start. If you got the puzzle pieces though, that's one less thing to worry about. As usual, that was close. The factory one is really cool. It's called Robo Factory, and you're basically building a giant Kong robot that can assist you at the end of the stage. It looks really awesome. And then World 8 in the volcano is called Lava Wheel Volcano, and it has 3 rotating platforms you have to platform across. Ironically, the hardest part of the stage when getting all the collectibles is avoiding the gold barrel at the end to get the last one. An extra challenge for sure if you have the other versions, but not something that, again, I want to spend my time, that I want to spend like $70 basically buying another version of a game that I already own right here. The stages in the Cloud World do have puzzle pieces for you to collect, but those ones will basically unlock a theater for you to rewatch all the pre-rendered cutscenes, all versions of them, like the ones with Diddy Kong, with Donkey Kong, with both of them, and the likes. So I mean, for me, it sucks that I can't review them again, but I didn't really want to necessarily. I can just like view them again on YouTube if I really wanted. That's really all I had written down for the bonus for the World 9 stages. So now I just gotta get through here. Oh good, I got a balloon. A balloon. God, why does that one move so much faster? Oh god. Anything else I've written for this bonus video is mostly saved for after we beat the stage, which I'm going to, of course. If I'm not mistaken, I could be, but this might be the one stage where Super Kong doesn't help you. I could be wrong about that though. Like, it's like no matter what, you're doing this on your own, Buster. And I guess technically the reign of the Tiki Talk tribe still lives on here, since we see so many of these guys in this Cloud World. Mostly just Tiki Buzzes and Tiki Dooms, but still, they live on. I don't want to know exactly how they'll be able to repopulate themselves, considering that they need bananas in order to be able to do that. Whoa! Oh my god, that was close. There we go. There we go. Ah! Oh, you jerk. I'm guessing these koalis here are also under the Tiki's hypnotization, since obviously Tikis are still around here, but now that the Golden Temple's open, they haven't relinquished their hypnotization days or whatever. So that's why they're still attacking. It's like one of the few, again, it's one of the few animals that actually attack us here. We had Squidicious, but then we also have these guys here. All right, there we go. We're making our way further finally. Oh boy! Ow! Oh god. There we go. Oh, I see. Okay. So all we really have to do is just avoid one set of the Tiki Seekers. Give me that. There we go. Gotcha now. And hey, a heart. Gladly. You jerk. Okay. There we go. Okay, only one hit left to get through the rest of this stage right here. But we're almost there. Notice the falling peaches. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Oh God. Okay, we're almost there. Just hang tight on this blueberry. There we go. There we go. There's the last one. There we go. And go! Yes, I did it. All right. Spin the cog. Reveal the great temple within the sky. Hold on one sec. We unlock the banana mirror. And we got all our puzzle pieces. Completing that, we've unlocked updated the image gallery. You can now play any level in mirror mode. In this mode, Donkey Kong does not receive any help from his pal Diddy Kong and cannot use inventory items. And to make it even more challenging, he only has 1 heart. Yes. That unlocks hard mode. And as it just said, you don't get access to basically any help here. You are all on your own right here. On the flip side, in the 3DS version, there is something called new mode, which is basically easy mode. You get 3 hearts in normal and 2 in mirror mode. You can use up to 3 items per stage. Super Kong becomes available after 5 deaths instead of 8 in the base game here. And Cranky Kong has many cheaper prices, or much cheaper prices, so to say, and also has the orbs for sale for 50 coins each after defeating Tiki Tong. Moving back to mirror mode and the completion of the Golden Temple, we have unlocked even more extras right here. We have unlocked the Golden Temple gallery right here, showing all these off right here. These are unlocked to you, of course, after getting all the puzzle pieces in the Golden Temple here. I like that paper one there. Reminds me of like a Paper Mario kind of thing. Yeah, these ones are cool. I like these so much. I like these a lot after finishing up the ultimate stage. I think it's super cool right here. Ooh, that crack as a pudding one looks so good. Now you notice that there were also 2 other locks there that didn't unlock when we completed that Golden Temple right there. Those, as well as any other locked images right here that I'm just doing one last pass over of, those are given to you after beating mirror mode, which basically gives you a 200% completion save file. Am I going for it? No. I do not want to play through the whole game again just to get some other artwork. So instead, I will just show it on screen right here, the unlocked artwork for completing mirror mode. Another thing I haven't mentioned is that 3rd circle that is up there. That is Time Attack right here. Time Attack doesn't do anything. It doesn't count for your completion. All it does is give you bragging rights if you can beat it. There are certain times that you have to beat the stage under to get certain medals: bronze, silver, gold, and shiny gold. I'm not going for them either. Now, as for the last couple things that I wanted to say about the HD version are that when Donkey Kong is left idle, instead of pulling out a DS, since it's so far past the DS's lifespan, he'll pull out a Nintendo Switch instead. And second thing, I really don't like Donkey Kong's model in the HD version. His model in Donkey Kong Bonanza looks so much better, but this one is just creepy. Eyes look so lifeless. Looks like they're just about to fall out of his skull. And while yes, he has like really nice looking fur on it, the eyes are just so freaking creepy. He looks so lifeless. The other thing in the HD version is that there was a new update that was added to the game in honor of its like 1-year anniversary. So it's in January of 2026 here. It added Dixie Kong to the game, which she controls just as she did in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. On top of Dixie Kong, the game enhanced visuals, the resolution, the load times. It now supports game share, so you can play with your friends locally or worldwide. So you don't have to be in the same room, or they have to have a copy of the game. Excuse me. And the last thing that they added was turbo mode to make time trials easier, more challenging. I don't really know. But with that, that's really all I wanted to go over in this bonus video right here. I know this is only like my second one here, and they're not exactly perfect, but I don't want to spend like hours and hours talking about the game in every single little detail. So I just wanted to go over like the major important things of it. But yeah, I did do my best to give a detailed overview. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series along the way as well. I had a lot of fun making it, and even the really tough challenges in this game were still fun, and I really enjoyed it. So I hope you did too. So thank you all for watching this. Hope you had fun, and I will see you guys in the next project. Or perhaps want to get the Partners in Time video bonus video out. We'll see. Either way, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.